Petro, himself a former member of the now defunct M19 rebel group, has backed the peace agreement, along with the three other losing candidates, meaning Duque may need to moderate his position to attract wavering voters in the June 17 second round. We don't want to shatter the agreement. We want to make it clear that a Colombia of peace is a Colombia where peace meets justice, Duque said in a victory speech on Sunday to cheering supporters, in which he complimented third-place finisher Sergio Fajardo and said their social agendas had much in common. Fajardo, a center-left mathematician who won 24% of the vote, has previously declined to endorse either candidate for the second round, saying his supporters would make up their own minds, but he is meeting with his team to discuss options. We will discuss this, it will be the fruit of what we say and discuss. A week ago, I said it wouldn't be either Petro or Duque, that's what I told the nation, Fajardo told Blue Radio on Tuesday. It would be disrespectful to say I am the owner of the votes. However, political pundits in Colombia said that if next month's runoff goes along ideological lines, the votes of the center-left could be enough for Petro to seriously challenge Duque, if he can dodge his rival's accusations of radicalism. The yield on the local treasury bond maturing July 2024 fell to from on Friday. Enriching the poor, the winner of the second round will face an intimidating array of challenges, from stubbornly low economic growth to threats to Colombia's prized investment-grade credit rating, as well as difficulties in implementing the peace accord. Some areas abandoned by the FARC have suffered an increase in fighting between criminal gangs and a remaining guerrilla group, the National Liberation Army, ELN, over valuable illegal mining and drug trafficking territories. Colombia's production of coca, the raw material for cocaine, tripled between 2012 and 2016, stirring concerns in Washington. Polls suggest the end of the FARC conflict has shifted voters' priorities to inequality and corruption from security issues, opening the door to the left for the first time. However, a growing crisis in neighboring socialist-run Venezuela, which has driven hundreds of thousands of desperate people across the border, is a thorn in Petro's side. Duque's camp allege he would plunge Colombia into a similar crisis. Petro has condemned current Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro as undemocratic, but his early admiration for former President Hugo Chavez continues to dog him. Petro has promised to take power away from political and social elites he accuses of stymieing development, and to carry out a complete overhaul in one of the world's most unequal economies, including the redistribution of large tracts of land to subsistence farmers. When we talk about defeating poverty, we're not talking about impoverishing the rich, but about enriching the poor, said the bespectacled Petro, surrounded by family members. However, in a country where oil and coal are the top export earners, Petro's pledges to end extractive industries and shift the focus of state-run oil company Ecopetrol to renewable energy have dismayed business leaders. Our country has never lived such a polarized moment as this, and Petro represents a huge danger, Mariana Riano, a 21-year-old student, said at Duque's celebration party at a conference center in Bogotá. But we are going to beat him. However, some worry that Duque's business-friendly agenda of cutting tax rates may worsen Colombia's budget deficit, forecast at 2.7% of gross domestic product this year, and place its investment-grade rating at risk.